Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We are now officially done with week number 6. And for the Bengals and Chiefs, in which the Chiefs do not have Trent Green under center for him being injured right now. Shane Graham starts off the game for Cincinnati with a 22-yard field goal. Then Damon, I'm not 100% sure how to fully pronounce that last name, so I'm just going to call him by his first name. Passes it to Kinston for a 2-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are up in Arrowhead by a score of 7-3 after the first quarter. Second quarter, things get a little bit more on the fun side of things for Cincinnati. Jay Johnson scores a 2-yard touchdown run, but Shane Graham misses the extra point. He can nail a 22-yard field goal, but miss an extra point. That's basically the same distance. That's football for you, I guess. But then later in the quarter, he nails a 36-yard field goal. I mean, odds are that extra point might have been blocked. Still a miss, but still, Then Carson Palmer. No Chad Ochocinco, no Chad Johnson, no problem, because he still finds TJ Houshmandzadeh for 51 yards with the made extra point. And Shane Graham kicks it from 47 yards, and the Bengals are up 22-7 against Kansas City. Fourth quarter, Rudy Johnson gets an 8-yard touchdown run to begin the quarter. And then Damon finds Wilson from 25 yards out. Now, they fail a 2-point conversion. So now they are down 29-13. And Damon finds Gardner from 7 yards out. And kicks the extra point to be down 20-9. I don't know why you don't go for 2 in that situation, to be down by 8 by 1 possession. Still give yourself a chance to send the game to overtime. But I guess this time Herm Edwards did not want to play to win the game, as Cincinnati's offense goes off for 366 yards. And they went 2 for 3 on third down conversions. And the Chiefs probably went for it on fourth down twice, because 2 red zone attempts, failed both of them. So yeah, that's my only guess right there on what happened there. A combined 7 interceptions in this game, and 4 fumbles lost for 11 turnovers in this game. I'm guessing it must have been very rainy in this game in Kansas City. That's my only guess. Either rainy, windy, something. Next, Texans and Jaguars, and the Jaguars just basically decided, hey, we're going to pretend to be a real football team this week, and absolutely demolished the Houston Texans. We start off with Josh Scobee nailing a 27-yard field goal. Then Chris Brown kicks a 24-yard field goal. Then Jones goes in for a 1-yard touchdown run. Not Maurice Jones-Drew, not Fred Taylor, Jones, whoever. He's probably the fullback, because 1 yard out, I can understand trusting the fullback 1 yard out, but still, 2 of probably the top 25 running backs I have ever seen in my life, Fred Taylor and Maurice Jones-Drew, you don't give them the ball. Kind of question that a little bit. But Chris Brown kicks another field goal, but the Texans are down 6-10. Josh Scobee kicks another field goal, makes it 13-6 in favor of Jacksonville. Chris Brown kicks one last field goal, and that's the last points Houston will ever see, because Josh Scobee from 46 yards out. Then David Garrard finds Will Ford for 70 yards. And then later on in the game, he finds Maurice Jones-Drew to put the dagger at home, Sure, 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter against a division rival. Yeah, that's rubbing a little salt in the wound, but it's also from the home crowd, so I can understand that a little bit. And Jacksonville holding Houston to only 145 total yards of offense. Although Houston did get a fourth down conversion, Jacksonville didn't. But what really killed Houston was just settling for field goals in the red zone. 3 red zone attempts, no touchdowns, 3 field goals. Next, the Dolphins and the Browns. The Dolphins, we've been questioning the past couple weeks, should they sign a running back to replace Ronnie Brown for the season. They decided this week to play like, we don't need Ronnie Brown, because their defense comes up and steps up. Will Allen, 29-yard pick six. And then Dante Culpepper finds Chris Chambers for 62 yards. And they're already up 14-0. And Joey Porter, the defense is stepping up big time against Brady Quinn and the Cleveland Browns. Already up 21-0. Phil Dawson kicks a couple of field goals, one from 41 yards out and one from 36 yards out, to make it 21-6. Nothing happens in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, Culpepper, Chambers again, 15 yards out. Phil Dawson with another field goal, this time 34 yards out. Jay Feely with a 32-yard field goal. And then Phil Dawson finishes it off with a 25-yard field goal. Final score of 31-12 in favor of Miami. And just a complete beatdown of Cleveland. 171 total yards for Cleveland. Both teams got to the red zone once, kicked a field goal. But yeah, 2 picks, and a loss, and a forced fumble. So yeah, a lot of big time plays being made by Miami's defense here. Having Brady Quinn go 17 of 38 for 103 yards. Yeah, Brady Quinn ain't going to develop well right now with games like that. Vikings and Bears, control of the NFC North is at hand. And Tim Rattay finds Kleinsasser for a 1-yard touchdown pass to start off the game. Then Chester Taylor with a 6-yard touchdown run. And Rattay and Kleinsasser again, this time from 2 yards out. And it's 21-0 inside Soldier Field. The home crowd is shocked. Going to the third quarter though, Chris Benson, 5-yard touchdown run. And Rex Grossman finds Berrien from 33 yards out, trying to make it competitive. But nothing in the fourth quarter for either team. And Chicago loses a close one at home, 21-14. Which is crazy to think about, considering, although it is a little crazy, the fact that Chicago's defense didn't force a single interception, but Minnesota's forced 3. And Minnesota sacked Rex Grossman 7 times. And forced 2. No, they didn't force 2 fumbles. They only got the 3 picks, but still. Crazy game right there. Eagles and Jets, this was the game of the week according to the game. It was a game, alright. Not the greatest game, but definitely a game. David Akers makes a 55-yard field goal to begin the scoring for Philadelphia. Then, in the second quarter, Donovan McNabb finds Brown from 3 yards out. And then, Donovan McNabb finds Coble for a 3-yard touchdown pass. And Thomas Jones, who was off the injured list, gets a 2-yard touchdown run. And that's all the scoring. Jets put up 231 yards to the Eagles 363. Jets just couldn't convert third downs. That was just the main issue. You know? And Thomas Jones did all he could do, but he fumbled the ball twice on 39 carries for 152 yards and a touchdown. He played better when he was on the injured list. The Rams and the Ravens. The Rams came into Baltimore and just beat them down. Although it didn't look like that at first, because we start off with Steven Jackson with a 1-yard touchdown run. Then Steve McNair to Derek Mason. That connection works well no matter what uniforms they wear together. And it remained tied at 7. Steven Jackson then scores a 3-yard touchdown run. But Matt Stover kicks 2 field goals, one from 53 yards out, one from 36 yards out, to put Baltimore within a point. Then Mark Bolger finds Looker for 59 yards. He must have been a real good looker then, considering he got the touchdown. And then Jay Vu gets a 30-yard pick 6. Matt Stover kicks a 50-yard field goal. And then Wilkins kicks it from 29 yards out as the Rams go for 408 yards. And they force Steve McNair to throw 2 picks. So, yeah. The Rams defense stepped up over Baltimore. Titans and Buccaneers. I won big. What else is new? Redskins and Packers. Now, this game basically kind of determines whether Brett Favre will continue to be starting for the Packers. Because the Packers want to win. They want to win the North. They want the playoffs. But if Brett Favre's not able to perform, they're thinking about putting this young guy named Aaron Rodgers in. You know, they drafted him first round a couple years ago. Just throw him out there, see what he does, right? We start off with a Rainier 37-yard field goal. Then Shuzham kicks a 55-yard field goal. Then Brett Favre finds Ferguson from 4 yards out to put the Packers back on top. But Clinton Portis keeps things tied at 10 apiece with a 2-yard touchdown run. Clinton Portis with another touchdown run from 2 yards out to begin the third quarter. And a 4-yard touchdown run later on to help the Redskins pull away. Shoots him from 45 yards out. And Brett Favre tries to engineer a full comeback. Donald Driver from 1 yard out. But that was it. I mean, 159 yards for the Pack. 91 yards to pick. Got sacked 8 times. Maybe it's time for Brett Favre to be replaced. I mean, he only threw 1 pick, but, 142 yards. That's not going to be helping the team out all that much. Panthers and Cardinals. Panthers just decided to, early on it looked like they tried to give Arizona a little chance. Matt Leinart finds Anquan Bolden from 17 yards out. Then David Carr finds Colbert for a 1-yard touchdown pass. Leinart to Bolden again. And the Cardinals actually have a lead after the first quarter. But then David Carr finds Steve Smith, most probably one of the top 5 Panthers of all time. Then John Casey kicks a 48-yard field goal, and the Panthers are up going into the half, 17-14. Casey kicks a field goal, goes up 20-14. Then Edgerrin James just puts the team on his back. Hack runs 80 yards and takes the lead 21-20. John Casey kicks a field goal from 38 yards out, puts them up 23-21. And then David Carr to King from 6 yards out with a 2-point conversion to make the score 31-21, and the Panthers roll on in an offensive showcase, but what really helped the Panthers with them getting 22 first downs compared to Arizona's 7. And picking off Matt Leinart on 3 separate occasions, That's what really helped out right there. Patriots and Cowboys. I was not expecting another team to be shut out this week, but what was teams finding weird ways to get to 21? I mean, it's normally 3 touchdowns. Why must we do extra steps here? But Steven Gostkowski, first quarter, nails a 29-yard field goal. Then second quarter, he nails a 40-yard field goal. Patriots are up 6-0 heading into the half in Texas Stadium. Tom Brady finds Jackson from 5 yards out, was a successful 2-point conversion to now go up 14-0. And then Tom Brady finds Kyle Brady for a 51-yard touchdown pass. And the thing is, the Cowboys outgained the Patriots offensively, got more first downs. They were just way too aggressive on 4th down, going forward 4 times and failing all 4 times. 2 red zone attempts, no touchdowns. Tony Romo throws 2 picks. He gets sacked 3 times. You can't win a formula if you can't score. Raiders and Chargers. In an AFC West tank bowl, the Chargers prove that they are not trying to tank. Nate Kading, 46-yard field goal to begin the scoring in the first quarter. Then Jamarcus Russell finds Madsen from 2 yards out, takes the lead 7-3. LT, not on my watch, he says. He scores from 7 yards out. Then Davis, on the opening kickoff for the second half, goes 93 yards to the house, and if that's not a momentum killer for anybody, then I don't know what will. But Jamarcus Russell finds Joey Porter from 26 yards out. Joey Porter has been a bit upset at the organization lately, but hopefully that score will keep him a little happy. Then Phillip Rivers finds Vincent Jackson from 10 yards out. And then Nate Kading scores a 33-yard field goal. And Phillip Rivers, this is what shocked me right here. Phillip Rivers runs it in from 32 yards out. And in real life, this man's career long was 18 yards. In the game, he nearly doubles it. That's just the thing right there. Missed the extra point. It was probably blocked as well. But yeah, Chargers came out, dominated, did what they needed to do against a Raiders team who really defensively has an aging Warren Sapp and Nnamdi Asomugha, who's probably getting more frustrated with the franchise each loss and won't be willing to re-sign with the team in free agency. Saints and Seahawks. Saints in another primetime game, and once again they get embarrassed. Matt Hasselbeck finds Sean Alexander from 8 yards out for a touchdown. And Reggie Bush finds the only touchdown for the Saints by going 93 yards on the kickoff. But then Brown kicks a couple of field goals for Seattle. Matt Hasselbeck finds Deion Branch for 11 yards out. And then he finds Marcus Pollard 6 yards out in the fourth, and the game just became over right there. 78 yards of total offense for New Orleans. 5 first downs, 5 of 14 on third down, 57 rushing yards, 21 passing yards, and the reason why all of that is because they only had like 20 minutes of possession. The Seahawks had the ball for like 2.5 full quarters. Mainly because of their MVP running back, Sean Alexander. I mean, it's crazy how he had 36 carries for 194 yards, yet didn't find the end zone through the ground. He found it through the air, which he also had 4 catches for 24 yards. But yeah, Saints just haven't been doing good in primetime games. Do they have another one on their schedule? If so, you might want to tune away from that one. Yeah, against the Falcons in Week 14 is their next one, which gonna be a little bit interesting on that one, depending on how the playoffs are going for Atlanta. Although, speaking of Atlanta, I'm pretty sure the league ain't ready for that Monday night game that's 8 weeks away. Because what you're looking at on the screen right here are the only 2 scores in this game. This was a Monday Night Football Tank Bowl at its finest. Lawrence Tynes being the hero of the game. Not just the player of the game, the hero of the game. With 2 field goals made. One from 38 yards out in the second quarter to end the half. And one from 46 yards out in the fourth quarter to begin that quarter. And the thing is, both teams were doing well offensively. And this was in the Georgia Dome, too, so no weather affected this game at all. Just horrible play calling by the looks of it to actually try to score. Like, the way this game was played, 3 picks by Michael Vick, 1 from Eli Manning. Both teams lost a fumble. Giants had 10 penalties. Atlanta had 6. This, you could legit say, was a tank bowl. This is a tank bowl of proportions right here. Yeah, no 100-yard rusher for the Giants. No 100-yard rusher for the Falcons. Vick had the longest rush of the entire game at 16 yards. But yeah. And that is our review of week number 6. And I will see you all next time.